Hi. So, welcome to Brains and the Beat. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl. And if you're oldie but goodie, thank you for staying tuned to your girl. I keep telling people that abusing your child, neglecting your child, mistreating your child is never the right way to go, because when my grandmother used to say, "Them a come, you a go." And I'm sorry if you can hear the AC in the back. It's cold in here and my son is sleeping. So, and if I look like I was crying, I was actually watching Queen Naja's music video, Mama's Hand. That song is so heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. Everything. Okay, if you don't know it, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a Queen Naja, Mama's Hand. And that's what inspired this video. It says, following the discovery of the skeletal remains of a elderly woman at her home in Cantam District, St. James on Monday, residents are upset that help did not arrive sooner. The remains of former dressmaker Dazarine Clark, 77, was found inside her small board dwelling where she lived alone. Wow. It's an honor to reach that far in life anyway. 77 years old. You've lived a full life. The discovery was made by a female friend who visits the elderly woman every month to check up on her well-being because she has a major heart problem and other life-threatening illnesses. The Star understands that upon discovering the remains, the woman raised an alarm and got the attention of the residents as well as DlE police. During the investigation, the lawmen discovered that some of the bones, including Clark's skull, was missing. The skull and other missing bones were eventually found on Tuesday following further checks of the area. Some of these bones were even said to be in the possession of dogs that kept her company. So she was there dead for that long that dogs came and took her body. Like, that is so disheartening. That is so heartbreaking. That is crazy. Residents, however, were quick to criticize Clark's family members, who they claim have abandoned the ailing woman, who has lived alone in the small house since 2008. They believe that Clark did not deserve such end. It is downright neglect from the family because none of her 7 children come visit her despite knowing her condition. Even to say have someone looking after her, explained one John Swearwright, who was her caregiver for several years. She is a heart patient and is from July 31st. The daughter fi carry her go a Kingston Public Hospital. Just today, Wednesday, she come after her mother done dead. Wow. We carry her clock god doctor from July 31st at Falmouth. And me take care of her. She have a whole family living in the neighboring district. The neighboring district, you know. Wow. And not even water them would have come give her. She come trust things at the shop and me have to pay for it. You are a amazing person. Swearwright noted that he was out of town for more than a week and only got back on the day when Clark was discovered. Other residents claimed that they lost Sir Clark close to 2 weeks ago and she was barely able to walk. Nobody did come visit her. Sometime I would see her down the road and she a bawl for help because she walked with a stick and lean. Other times I give her money to buy something at the shop to cook. I feel bad, said one man who gave his name as Sterling. Tried to get a response from family members, but they declined to give a comment. Aldefin police said the matter is being investigated, but they do not suspect any foul play at this time. Post-mortem is now pending to determine the cause of death. And I believe she died of natural causes, because if she's a heart patient, if she's a heart patient, then that would most likely be the reason why she has died. And this is why I'm telling you guys, stop abusing your kids. Stop taking your children for granted. Stop thinking that they are just children and they're supposed to do as you say, seen and not heard, talk when talked to. Treat your children with respect, just the way you want to be treated. They are human beings first and foremost. Before they're anything, they're human beings. They have their own thoughts, they have their own opinions, they have their own emotions, they have their own everything. And when you don't treat your children with respect, with love, care, kindness, and tenderness, this is how your life ends up. Is either they don't business with you when you get older, they don't care about you when you get older, or they stick you in a home permanently to live until you die, and they definitely don't come see you then. It's very heartbreaking and heart-wrenching, and to think that you raised your child and you did everything you could do for them, and then when it comes time for them to take care of you, they don't want anything to do with you. It's very heartbreaking, but that is the fact. That is what's happening now more than ever. Because these kids grow up with resentment, they grow up with hatred, they grow up with anger, and they don't know how to actually go to therapy, how to actually help forgiving and forgetting. And even if they don't forget, forgive and go to therapy and help themselves to be better human beings and stop that dysfunctional cycle. Because just the way you abuse, mistreat, take for granted your child, that same child is going to do the same thing to their child if they don't actually figure out what's the key points of their being and what's wrong with who they are, starting from what happened when they were a child growing up, and what happened during their teenage years, and what happened during living with your family, especially if your family is dysfunctional. If your family is dysfunctional, it ends up with you being a dysfunctional human being, a dysfunctional adult, a dysfunctional parent, a dysfunctional person in society. So if you don't nip stuff like that in the bud and go to therapy and actually get help, or just sit, evaluate yourself, think about everything that has happened, make sure you don't suppress it and keep it bottled up inside and hold resentment, and actually deal with it head on, and know that some people you love them but you have to stay far from them, or some people you love them and they bring out the best in you and you have to stay close to them. With whatever it is, you need to deal with it. Caribbean people, not only Jamaican people, but all Caribbean people have this mentality that they're supposed to do whatever they want to do with their kids, talk to their kids any type of manner of way, deal with their kids anyhow, strangle them, drape them, kick them down, punch them down, talk to them disrespectfully, and then they believe that their kids are supposed to treat them respectfully, and their kids are supposed to take care of them when they get older. And now more than ever with these millennial kids, that is not the case. They are not taking your BS. They're fighting back. That's the first thing. They're not taking any licks from nobody. If you disrespect them, they're gonna disrespect you back. And when you get older and you think your kids are supposed to come repay you by taking care of you and making sure your well-being is good, they're not doing that either. Look at this woman. She has 7 kids. 7 kids that live in a neighboring district, not even in another parish in Jamaica, a neighboring district in the same parish, and not one of them checked on their mother and knew that she was dead. and they didn't check on her for that long that her bones were being dragged all over the place by dogs. So if that's the end that you want as a parent, then treat your children like shit. Treat them disrespectfully, abuse them, talk to them any type of way, and that's how you're going to end up, just like this woman. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm drawing a analogy, I'm drawing a reference for Jamaican people, because they seem to think that this type of behavior is okay. Like, don't disrespect, embarrass, abuse your child and think that all is well. All is not well. And condolence goes out to the family and goes out to this woman that died. But take her life and her death as a lesson. As a lesson, and learn from it. So comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys think about this story. Do you think that her children are just wicked and evil and they just did not care about her and she did the best that she could with them as a parent? Or do you think that after a while of abuse and disrespect, kids just draw the line and just don't want to deal with their parents anymore, and they just leave them to live their life as is and how they choose fit? Comment in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to your girl here on YouTube. I'm out of here, man. Deuces.